Friday, but yesterday afternoon I was able to fix this right here. There was another pipe that was hooked up to it, this one right here, and that was hooked in there like that, and it hung from that spot, and it's pretty heavy. Not only that, that valve right there, you couldn't screw a hose onto it, plus the handle leaked. This one down here, I don't know what it did. It was just another shut off for that there. But in the process of doing the work, you know, I cut this with a pipe cutter. This is a shark bite coupler, and then this has got threads on it that this hose bib threads into. So this is all a nice setup. But this valve right here was jammed shut. That was all I could do to open it, and it's leaking. Look how much it leaks. It's actually closed. That's the closed position for the valve. Look how much it's leaking. That's the open position, but still leaking pretty good. So the plan is, when I hook the new faucet up in the bathroom, that faucet there, single lever faucet for the boys' bath. Ace Hardware got some more of those, and I bought one. And then shark bite, threaded valve, water line, and the water line nuts to hold it to the sink, to hold it to that faucet. When I turn off the water to the building, which is right there, that's the water to the building, that's the meter, and drain some things down, I will then be able to cut this pipe right about in here and expose the copper, remove this shark bite coupling, slip it back over up here at this elevation, so this whole unit will hang up here at head height, where before it was always restricting flow through here. But in that case, actually I don't want to just move this up. I want to put another inline lever valve as a backup. In case something happens to this, I could turn the lever valve off. And then the lever valve, I'm not sure, I would really like to sweat that in. So do the copper sweating. Sweat on a threaded lever valve, so it's threads at both ends. Thread on a copper 3/4 thread, so this pipe threads into the lever valve, but this would still be shark bite, and this releases. You get a piece in here and you push down on that, and that thing releases and it'll come off. That way we can reuse whatever. You can also reuse the valve because it'd be threaded. I don't want to solder a valve, I don't thread one in. So I can reuse all these parts, because at some point I would like to redo some plumbing in here because we've got some issues with the boys' bath. And all these valves in here, like that valve right there, leaks. That valve leaks. This valve right here. When I say leak, they don't leak out into the building here, onto the floor. They just don't shut the water off. Water still leaks past them. And because of that, you can't sweat copper here in the old part of the school because you can't completely turn the water off. It still leaks. Even the main building shut-off valve over there doesn't completely stop the flow of water. And if you've ever sweated copper when the water was still dripping down through the line, it won't sweat. It's a pain. It's very frustrating. So for the plan to upgrade in here would be to eventually incorporate the blue and the red PEX plastic tubing with shark bite crimps, because those are cheaper than the shark bite slip couplings. This is a shark bite slip-on. They make shark bite clamping ones, and I've got the tool to crimp them, so that's a lot cheaper. And that way I could eliminate these valves that don't work anymore, and then when I need to service a piece of plumbing anywhere here in the building, I can actually turn the water off. Boy, I tell you, over there in the boys' bathroom, what a pain to work over there. Because everything, the only way to work with the dripping water was you couldn't catch it either. Depending on where you were cutting copper, you couldn't contain all the water to get on the floor, and you're on your hands and knees working on the floor anyway. to work on the toilets or work underneath the sink, and you're laying in water, you're getting wet, everything, you got to mop it up, and it's a significant amount of water. It's not just a little teeny drip. There's a lot of water because these valves don't work anymore. So anyway, that's my little spiel. You could detect a little frustration, but that's the nature of the beast. This building's old and plumbing's old. But I wanted to point that out there. So this weekend when I'm swapping out in that new faucet over there, I put a new lever valve up here to have a double safety. This, well, to just replace this. It's not really a double safety. It's just replacing this valve, but moving it up there and then throwing that, recycling that one at pad nose. And then having the hose in here with water, because sometimes I have to rinse this down in here. This gets a little bit nasty. And right now I got a hose section coiled up, ready right here to put into action if need be. Yep. Okay, thanks for watching.